Do you have a picky eater at home? I have a few. One's a toddler and the other one's in his 30s. Dealing with picky eaters can really up the stress level at meal times, but there are a few ways to overcome it. First, I want you to remember this phrase: provide and ignore. Provide the food on a plate and let your child choose what they will and won't do with it. Whether they eat it, push it away, ignore it, that's their choice. Don't argue, don't celebrate, don't stress over it. It can take up to 20 exposures before a child actually accepts a food. And when I say accept, they might just touch it to their lips. That counts. So stop stressing, just provide and ignore. Now, remember, begging, bribing, even celebrating can all increase picky eating habits. You as the parent decide what your child is being provided and when, and then just let your child decide on how much they're gonna eat, if any. Now, I struggle with this a lot with my own son. Sometimes I'm just exasperated and I wanna beg him so much to just take one bite of the vegetable. But I try to bite my tongue, and in the end, sometimes he surprises me and actually eats it, and we're all better off for it. So I trust you. It's hard, but it is worth the wait. Now, my other golden rule is dessert with dinner, not after. I know that sounds a little crazy, but think about the message it sends when you tell your child they're going to be rewarded with dessert after they suffer through eating their vegetables. You just told them that vegetables are yuck, and dessert is awesome. Don't send that message. Let all foods be equal in your child's eyes. By doing this, you'll find that it lessens those food battles and it increases your child's willingness to try new foods. My son actually takes a bite of chocolate and then a bite of broccoli and then goes back. It's disgusting to me, but it works and he's eating both, so that's a win in my book. So trust me, give it a try. I know it seems a little odd, but it might work for you too. Now, my last tip is if you don't want to raise a picky eater, don't be a picky eater. I know it sounds kind of simple, but children learn much more from our actions than from our words. A recent study found that 75% of parents who report having a picky eater are picky eaters themselves. So how can you expect your child to wolf down a plate of salad when you don't touch it yourself? Work together with your child to overcome your own picky eating battles, and everyone will be healthier for it. I was an extremely picky eater as a child, and even though I'm way better now, I'm still picky at times, and I have to push myself out of my comfort zone to try new foods. And I do that because I want to be a role model to my children and want them to eat those foods. But doing it also shows me how uncomfortable that can be to my child when I'm telling him to eat a new food. So push yourself, try new foods, explore new options with your children, and everyone will be less picky. So tell me, what strategies have you found have worked for your picky eaters? Make sure to comment below. And if you want more ideas, recipes that your whole family will love, or just ways to manage motherhood without losing it, come on over to my website. I'd love to see you there.